Good morning everyone, this is Iosif, analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 15th of February. US stock markets bypassed the inflation data released yesterday and the US dollar weakened. US dollar strengthened upon release of the inflation rates, but the markets quickly got over it, with the dollar being on the defensive side currently. Analysts suggest that confidence in a strong economy may have overshadowed the higher than expected inflation rate. However, the paradox exists where the US dollar is weakening despite the high inflation. It may be the case that the US dollar is losing its appeal against its major counterparts as other central banks start slowly normalizing their monetary policy. We see the case for the weakening momentum of the US dollar to continue in the short term at least. Cable dropped upon release of the US inflation data, however it quickly regained any losses and continued trading on higher grounds, aiming for the 1.4040 resistance line. We see the case for the pair to continue to have a positive momentum, however the rise may not be that sharp anymore and stabilize later on during the day. We also see the case for the pair to continue to trade above the upward trend line incepted since the 11th of January for the next couple of days. Should the bears take the driver's seat, we could see the pair breaking the pre-mentioned upward trend line and aim for the 1.3750 support line. Should the bulls have the reins on the pair's direction, we could see the pair breaking the 1.4040 resistance line and hover above it or even try to aim for the 1.4168 resistance zone. On other news, the German coalition deal is in the balance again. German SPD leader Martin Schulz resigned yesterday in hope of ending inner SPD turbulence about the deal struck with CDU and CSU. The deal is about to come to a vote from SPD party base early March, and the outcome seems to be in the balance. Merkel on the other side, in an attempt to appease CDU reactions for the loss of the finance ministry, promised not to allow any deficits in future budgets. On other news, the German economy seems to be doing well, despite the political uncertainty, based on strong exports and business confidence. Currently, we see the case for the economic side to overshadow the political side and support the euro, maybe until the 4th of March when the SPD vote results will be announced. Euro-USD followed a similar path as cable yesterday, reflecting the course of the US dollar, by heading south and breaking the 1.2355 support line, and later on breaking it again by moving upwards and continue to trade in higher grounds. We see the case for the positive momentum to continue for the pair, however at a slower pace, as the US dollar side could stabilize. We also see the case for the pair to continue to trade above the upward trend line incepted since the 18th of December 2017, at least for the short term. Should the pair find selling orders, we could see it aiming for or even breaching the 1.2355 support line. On the other hand, should cable find fresh buying orders, the pair could break the 1.2455 resistance line and aim for the 1.26 resistance hurdle. As for today's other economic events, from Sweden we get the unemployment rate for January, which could weaken the SEK somewhat, as it is forecasted to accelerate to 7% compared to previous reading of 6%. And from the Eurozone, the trade balance surplus figure for December, which could support the euro as it is forecasted to increase. Later on, we get the US core PPI for January and the US industrial production for January. As for speakers, ECB's Mersch, Prayat and Lautenschlager speak. Later on, BOC Governing Council member Schembri speaks. For more information, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, also go on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Iosif, analyst at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.